What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, hi, my name is Miguel and I'm actually a long-term dividend investor sharing my journey to a $100,000 dividend investment portfolio while also sharing my love for personal finance with y'all. Of course, if you're not brand new to my channel, you know that I got exposed to COVID and I wasn't able to film for the past 3 weeks. So today we are going to go over all of the passive income that I got from December of 2021 as well as all of the passive income that I made throughout the year of 2021 as well. Of course, before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on my video because it helps out my channel growth so much. And then comment what you guys want to see next if the video was helpful or if you just want to say hello. So without further ado, let's roll the intro. Now, as always, before we hop into the main subject of the video, we gotta go over the weekly portfolio update for y'all. So as we can see, my portfolio is currently sitting at $14,325.50. On the week, I am down $5.90 or about 0.04%. On the month, I am up $457 or about 3.3%. On the 3 months, I am up $994.19 or about 7.46%. And then on the year, I am up $2,129.08 or about 17.46%. And then on the all-time, I am up $2,475.09 or about 20.89%. An amazing return so far. It's been a little bit over a year of this dividend investing journey. I am about 1/10 of the way into my goal of $100,000. Hopefully I can close in on $30,000 by the end of this year with growth and everything that I put into this portfolio. Either way, it's going to be a great year and I'm super excited to grow this portfolio even more. I actually didn't end up doing any buys this week. We are currently in the process of moving houses, and I do have a lot of other expenses to cover from Christmas. I want to pay off my credit card before I invest more money back in. So at the moment, I did not buy anything this week. I will probably hop back into the market next week, but I am going to show you my top priority for the next weeks to come. As we can see with Target, I am down overall about $13. But as we can see, even going to the 5-year mark, they're just on a little bit of a downtrend right now, which for me personally is a great way to buy in, dollar cost average in. So that way when it does go back up, I'm going to be positive. We saw that with my holding in Hormel Foods. I was negative most of the year last year. They just hit right back up, and because I brought down my dollar cost average with Hormel Foods, I'm ultimately positive right now by a lot. Now as far as all the positions in my portfolio, that is the only holding that I'm really focused on right now. I'm essentially positive in all sectors except for the telecommunications market, of course, with AT&T and Verizon. With them, I'm not too worried. I'm not going to buy any more shares. I'm just going to let that ride out for a while because they are going to continue to pay great dividends, but we're kind of just waiting for them to recover. For the time being, I'm just going to hold on and put all of my focus towards Target. So hopping into all dividend payments that I got from December 2021, I got a total of 13 different payments, some monthly paying stocks, some quarterly paying stocks. Either way, let's hop into it. The first payment was from Johnson & Johnson. As we can see, they paid me $2.89. At the time, I had 2.72 shares, and they were paying about $1.06 per share, giving me that $2.89. Hopping into Johnson & Johnson, I still have the 2.72 shares at an average cost of $157.68. I'm up overall about $42 or about 9%. I do see Johnson & Johnson as a long-term hold. I want to increase my position in Johnson & Johnson, especially with my other healthcare sector being Takeda Pharmaceuticals, which I am negative on right now. I think by the end of this year, if Takeda Pharmaceuticals hasn't recovered, I'm going to sell all of my position in that and then put it into Johnson & Johnson. But for the time being, another long-term hold in my portfolio with Johnson & Johnson. The second dividend payment that I got was from Microsoft. At the time, I had 3.42 shares, and they were paying about 62 cents per share, giving me $2.12. As we can see, hopping into Microsoft, I am up $327.34 or about 43%. As we can see, I still have that 3.42 shares. That's at an average cost of $219.34. An amazing return from Microsoft. I am not going to slow down in Microsoft or in Apple anytime soon. I have about $1,000 in it right now. In the near future, I see myself holding about 3 more shares of Microsoft and 3 more shares of Apple. I want to get the value of my portfolio in Microsoft up to about $3 grand, hopefully by the end of this year. The next dividend payment that I got was from AG&C. At the time, I had 14.53 shares. They're paying 12 cents per share, giving me $1.74. For those of you that don't know, AG&C is an aggressive monthly paying dividend stock. And as we can see, hopping in, I still have that 14.53 shares at an average cost of $15.31. I'm up overall about 38 cents or about 0.17%. AG&C is one of the 2 riskier stocks in my entire portfolio. I'm okay with this position because I do make up less than 2% of my portfolio. I just wanted to explore my options here and invest in a riskier stock. As long as they keep paying that monthly paying dividend, I don't think I'm going to let go of AG&C anytime soon. The next dividend payment that I got was from Target. I had 2.46 shares, and they're paying 90 cents per share, giving me $2.22. And then, as y'all already know, my focus is going to be Target for the next couple of weeks, because I do just want to increase my position overall in Target. The next dividend payment that I got, I already talked about this stock. I did already talk about this stock, but that's Johnson & Johnson. At the time, I had 24 shares, and they're paying about 33 cents per share. They ultimately paid me $7.95. But as we can see, they did withhold $1.46 from the dividend payment that I was supposed to get. This is part of the reason why I'm thinking about selling to cut out pharmaceuticals, because hopping in, I still have that 24 shares, and that's an average cost of $16.98. I'm down overall about $65, or about 16%. In the long run, I probably made more money from Takeda Pharmaceuticals in dividends than I am negative right now. But because they are withholding dividends, I am concerned for the long term with Takeda Pharmaceuticals. So I would be really surprised if I hold them long term past the next couple of months here. The next dividend payment that I got was from Main Street Capital. I had 10 shares at the time, and they're paying 21 cents per share, giving me $2.10. And then hopping into Main Street Capital, I'll still have that 10 shares. That's an average cost of $36.40. I'm up overall $77, or about 21%. I do like Main Street Capital. I do want to increase my portfolio position in this. Maybe get another 5 shares or so, but they are not at the forefront of my mind right now. But still an amazing stock that has consistently paid me dividends, and I've gotten a great return so far. The next dividend payment that I got was from Coca-Cola. I had 11 shares at the time, and they were paying 42 cents per share, giving me that $4.62. And then, as we can see, going into Coke, I still have 11 shares. That's an average cost of $50.79. I am up overall about $100, or about 18%. I want to get my position in Coke to over $1,000, but Coke is just another great long-term hold that I see myself holding. They are the main staple in my consumer discretionary section of my portfolio, and I do just think this is a no-brainer 25+ year hold, especially because they are dividend kings, which means they have paid and increased their dividend for the past 50+ years. The next dividend payment that I got was from Realty Income. At the time, I had 14 shares, and they were paying about 24 cents per share, giving me $3.44. Realty Income is the ultimate monthly paying REIT, and as we can see, I still have 14 shares, and that's an average cost of $60.32. I am up overall about $158, or about 18%. I'm extremely happy with this position. This is one of the first stocks that I ever invested into. I like the position that I have right now, and I might be adding more to this, but for the time being, it makes more sense if I'm saving for a house that I put the money that I would be putting into this stock into my savings account for my house. So for the time being, Realty O is going to be on the sideline. But as we can see, they have been consistently paying me that $3.44 for the past year now. So I can't complain. One of my favorite stocks so far. And we'll see how the rest of the year turns out for Realty Income. The next payment that I got was from Pembina. At the time, I had 10 shares, and they're paying 13 cents per share. And I got paid $1.39. And as we can see, they're withholding about 24 cents from their dividends. Again, with companies withholding their dividends, that's not necessarily a bad thing. There's a bunch of reasons why a company would withhold their dividends. Ultimately, for me, as long as they continue to pay a dividend, and by them understanding that they're trying to cut back on their dividends so that way they don't overdo it, that's completely fine with me too. But as we can see, I still have 10 shares, and that's at an average cost of $25.58. I'm up $54, or about 21%. Pembina is a good energy sector stock in my portfolio. We'll see how long they are going to withhold their dividends for, but unfortunately, I'm probably not going to increase it anytime soon. And then next dividend payment is Prospect Capital. I had 26.37 shares at the time, and they're paying about 6 cents per share, giving me that $1.58. Prospect Capital is that other riskier stock in my portfolio. They're a monthly paying dividend stock that has a really aggressive about 8% dividend yield, and as we can see, I still have that 26.37 shares. That's at an average cost of $6.15. I am up overall about $68.87, or about 42%. Now, even though the dividend yield is really high, they have been consistently paying that dividend to me for the past year now. I feel very confident in their ability to pay a dividend out, but again, I emphasize that they are less than 2% of my entire portfolio. Just in case I wake up tomorrow and they go under, I am not out that much money in my portfolio. And then weirdly enough, Main Street Capital actually paid me another dividend. So they paid me $1 for having 10 shares because they were paying 10 cents at the time. And I think because December was a really awkward 5-week month, it might have messed up their dividend payout, but hey, I'll take the $1 on top of the other $2 that they paid me at the beginning of the month. The next dividend payment that I got was from PEY. I had 10.94 shares at the time, and they were paying about 7 cents per share, giving me that 80 cents. As we can see, I still have that 10.94 shares in PEY. That's an average cost of $16.54. And then I'm up overall about $57, or about 31%. PEY is a monthly paying ETF, but as we can see, I haven't put much money into it ever since I first invested into it. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I just outgrew ETFs in my opinion. I want to go to more aggressive individual stocks. They have consistently paid that dividend to me every single month, and because it's an ETF, it's tracking the broad market. They're going to continue to give me a great return over time. And then the very last dividend payment that I got, as always every single month, is from SPHD. I had 14.46 shares at the time, and they were paying me about $13 per share, which gave me that $1.97. And as we can see, I still have that 14.46 shares. That's an average cost of $34.66. I'm up overall about $166 or about 33%. One of my absolute favorite ETFs overall. They consistently pay me a monthly dividend as well, and because it is an ETF, it's going to continue to track the market overall and ultimately give me a great return. I think I'm going to condense my PEY and SPHD positions into one, but ultimately I'm going to make that choice by the end of the year. I do like having a broad ETF in my portfolio. It helps keep me more well balanced. Now that brings the grand total for all 13 dividend payments to $33.82. Now this was a slow month with the least amount of dividend payments that I'm getting, because I do have some stocks that pay monthly, I do have some stocks that pay quarterly, but my new threshold for the least amount of money that I'm gonna make in a month is now $33.82, which is really awesome, and I hope to double that by next year. But the grand total for 2021 in terms of passive income, as you can see all the way down at the bottom, is $339.56. That's not too bad for passive income, and as we can see at the rate that I'm going to be doubling that by next year. Actually, my goal is to be at about $1,000 of passive income next year. Hopefully I can hit that. Only time will tell, but if not $1,000, at least double this for $600 of passive income. But I'm going to hop over into trackmydividends.com to just show you all my portfolio updates so far. If you don't know what trackmydividends.com is, it basically is a tool that helps you track all the dividend payments that you have, the value of your portfolio. It is a really helpful tool that I use to keep track of my entire dividend portfolio. So as we can see, my dividend yield is at a 3.11%. I do want to bring that up to about a 3.5% by the end of this year with a little bit more aggressive stocks in my portfolio. The yield on cost is at a 3.63%. And as we can see, my annual income is at $444. That's an estimate, but again, this is roughly only a year of dividend investing. But either way, that's all that I have for y'all this week. I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on the video because it helps out my channel growth so much. And then comment your goals for 2022 so we can accomplish them together. And I will catch y'all next week.